Hi and welcome to this tutorial provided you by Cinematique Sound Design. I'm Christian and this is the first tutorial out of a series of tutorials that will cover pretty much everything you need to know in order to start working in Cubase as composers or as music producers. In this first tutorial we won't cover topics like recording, sample libraries, orchestration, VST or plugins. We will just talk about basic stuffs such as like how to set up Cubase in order to communicate with your sound card, how to fix simple and basic problems, and how to organize properly your work in order to keep your workflow fast. Here we have our Cubase session. The first thing that you will find out is that the program will ask you if you want to use a project layout. In this tutorial we won't talk about project layouts, so let's select an empty layout so that we can start from zero our work. Now that we have chosen to not have a layout, Cubase will ask us where we want to save all our audio files. I mean, recorded audio files, imported audio files, and exported audio files as well. I suggest to you to have a main Cubase folder where we will have a series of subfolders. Each subfolder will be dedicated to one of our projects. This will help you to keep organized your hard disk and don't mess up with folders, save projects, and audio files. Okay, now we have to check the sound card options. So, go to Devices and select Device Setup. Here you find many control options for your MIDI controllers, inbuilt video player, and your audio system. So, now go to VST audio system. Here we have the list of all audio devices that Cubase has recognized on our system. Just select the sound card of your choice. If the sound card you want to use is not displayed here, try to close Cubase, turn off your sound card, turn it on again, and then reopen Cubase. If your sound card is still not there, try to reinstall it. It may be a driver problem, something like that. By the way, here we have some information about latency and some advanced options, such as the audio priority in your CPU. I suggest to you to not change these unless you have a powerful system that can handle a boost in audio processing. Once we are sure to have told Cubase which sound card to use, let's check the input and output connections. Again, go to Devices and VST Connections. Here you find two important tabs, Input and Output. You have to check that the right input and output are selected. The options will change according to different sound cards, so it's not a universal thing. So if you are not able to have any input signal, check this option area. Instead, check the output tabs if you are not able to listen to anything when you play back your audio material. You might want to disable the control room. That's why when you try to import an audio file in Cubase, Cubase lets you hear a preview of the file that you want to import. If you have the control room active, you will not hear anything. So it's better to have the control room disabled. Now let's check the project setup options. Go to Project, Project Setup, and you have some information about the project that you have created. You have the frame rate that corresponds to the frame rate of the videos that you may import in Cubase in case you are scoring a film or a game trailer, etc. It also have some options to change the display format, so the grid with the bars, beats, the seconds, the time code, samples, and etc. But here is the most important part. Here you have the sample rate and the record format of the files, the audio files that you will record. If your sound card can go up to 48 kHz or higher, you select the sample rate here, as well as the bit records. 16-bit records, 24 bits, which is, I think, a standard for all modern sound card. As well, you can choose also the file format, WAV file, broadcast WAV file, and etc. And the stereo pan law. What is the stereo pan law? You know that if you have an audio file in the dead center of your panorama, it will change volume if you drag it on the hard right or on the hard left. Selecting equal power, you will have the same volume even if the audio file is panned right or is panned left. So this is the end of the first part of this first tutorial. Now in the second part we learn on how to add tracks and keep them organized.